Welcome back, Bedhead crew, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. On today's reaction video, we're continuing our Ren run, our Ren saga, and we're going with Ren Freckled Angels. A lot of you have told me about this one, and we're going with Freckled Angels live performance. I know that this is about his friend Joe that ended up committing suicide, and he wrote songs about it. And I don't know if I'm ready for this. It's been an emotional day. I've been tearing up on a lot of things. I'm an emotional person these days. So I know this song is probably going to really touch me in different ways. Ren is an amazing performer, and I'm pretty sure this tribute song to his friend Freckled Angels is really going to be a great song. So thank you so much, everybody that requested this and suggested this. So we're going with the live performance version. Come along and let's check this out.
Come get your game on. Let's go. Come get your hang on. Let's go. Who coming through?
Bedhead crew. I'm so excited to be back. We're doing Ren music, some old, some new. We're going to continue until we run out of Ren music. So I hope you join us along this journey. And today's reaction video is to Ren Freckled Angels live performance. So let's get it.
This next song is probably one of the
Very
most
young
important
Ren.
songs that I've ever written, I feel. It's dedicated to a friend of mine who passed away about 8 months ago, called Joe Hughes. So everyone remember that name because he's an absolute legend. And it's called...
Hold on, I think I didn't forget the... Oh, there we go. Dedicated to Joe Hughes. He's got freckles.
This next song is probably one of the most important songs that I've ever written, I feel. It's dedicated to a friend of mine who passed away about 8 months ago, called Joe Hughes. So everyone remember that name because he's an absolute legend. And it's called Freckled Angels, and it goes like this.
First off, I want to say, man, he is really showing emotions. And I said this before, it is very hard to write a song about a parent, a friend, or anybody that's passed away or is about to pass away. So I really give him the utmost respect for doing this live. And he said he passed away about 6 months ago. That is tremendous. He wrote this song as a tribute. 6 months, you know, he probably wrote it right after. In 6 months, he's now performing it. Man, I don't know if I could do that.
Could I have just a day where I'd get to see your face? I would laugh, you would skate, hanging out by the pier cave, chasing dreams, freckled face, no inhibitions, aces mates. Tell me everything's okay. You never meant to go away, and I need something to hold on to. And I wish I could hold on to you, 'cause I will never ever forget you. But I know you'll be soaring through, because...
Wow. He said that he used to skate and he would laugh and what he would get to give him one more hug. I had a friend when I was going through high school that passed away abruptly. He was just such a shining star, and it was just such a tragic accident on what happened to him. And it was the first time that I ever lost a great friend. And when you lose anybody, it's really hard to deal with. And I'm pretty sure if Ren holds this guy up high on a pedestal, he was a good skater probably, and I'm pretty sure he was a musically talented or around the same type of what do you call it, interest that Ren has, because it was such an impactful thing on his life, and it's just a hard thing to have to deal with when at any point in life, especially when it just happened so tragically. So much respect to Ren writing this, and he must have been more like a brother. I have a lot of friends, and my dad says you have your friends, and the ones that you call brothers sometimes you can't count as far as your hand. And he goes, as life goes on, each one starts going down. So
Freckled angels laugh the hardest, and their hearts, they are the largest. With their wings, they fly the farthest, so I know you're gonna be okay. Freckled angels live the longest, and their minds, they are the strongest. All their friends, they are the fondest, so I know you're gonna be okay.
that's beautiful. It says freckled angels, they laugh the hardest, they love the hardest, so I know you're gonna be okay. So he knows he's up there somewhere, whether you believe in heaven or not. He knows that he's in a good place because of who he was. And that's such beautiful lyrics that he wrote regarding that. um like they say, sometimes when you have a big heart, you wear it on your sleeve. And yeah, it's when you have a big heart, it's easy to be broken because you wear it on your sleeve. But yeah, that's just so beautiful. I'm just thinking about so many friends that have come and gone through tragic accidents, or whether in family, and it's always good to only remember the good things about them. You remember how they were when they were happy, you remember how they were, and you just know that they're in a better place. They're no longer suffering, they're no longer hurting. um yeah, that's beautiful, man.
Could I have just a sec? Pull me up out of this wreck. Crack a joke and tense your pecs. Act a fool, but with excellence. And every time I laugh, it reminds me of you. The funniest guy I ever knew. I've got so much left to say. Hope I can tell you all someday. I need something to hold on to. I wish I could hold on to you, 'cause I will never ever forget you. I bet I know you'll be soaring through, because freckled angels laugh the hardest, and
That last verse was just beautiful, when he says, can you pull me up and pick me up out of this wreck? And sometimes the hardest thing, and the thing that one quote that I read that's really hard is, I'm gonna have to live the rest of my life longer than I knew you. And that, when you put it in perspective, it's really a lot. So, when a loved one leaves you, it's like you move on, you deal with grief in a certain way, but it's 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 the wanting and the yearning for them to be there, just to talk to hug, to hold, to you know what I mean? Because that's the hardest thing, especially with like a mother and father that you're close to. um when they pass, you learn to live with it, but you never forget it. um and friends are the same way, especially when you consider them brothers. And that quote always gets me. I'm gonna have to live longer than I knew you. And when you think about that, it's big, but you got to put it also, and put it in a positive spin, that they wouldn't want you to be suffering for their loss. They would want to see you do good things. So you got to channel that energy into continuing what you love. You can't let it bring you down. You can't let it, take you out. You got to continue. And what Ren's doing here is he's channeling that energy, writing the song and letting the world know about his pain, about his struggles. But with that channeling, he brings understanding to other people and lets people know that, hey, I'm going through this and you all probably have gone through it too. So let's relate on that level. So that's just beautiful that he's such a poet on this song, and he does it in such simple terms, but it's so relatable. It's so, oh my god, it's so great.
Their hearts, they are the largest, and with their wings, they fly the farthest. So I know you're gonna be okay. Freckled angels live the longest, and their hearts, they are the strongest, and all their friends, they are the fondest. So I know you're gonna be okay.
Nice.
And I hope you can hear me singing to you, 'cause if so, I'll sing until my voice shatters and my lungs they explode. I'll sing over a crowded room so they all know how much I really miss you, Joe. Freckled angels laugh the hardest, and their hearts they.
Wow, that's beautiful. When my grandma passed, I used to sing her songs when I used to live with her when I was going to college. And every time I left, she would always go, "Are you still playing that guitar? Are you still playing those songs?" And I said, "Yep." And now that she's gone, I play some of those songs. And I know that she's listening. Yeah. So I know that when he makes a song and he continues Joe's legacy in every song, he's shining down and he's listening to Ren. But I remember that. I remember she would do her nails at night before going to bed, because she had to get ready for Sunday, go to church, or it was Wednesday, get ready for Wednesday to go to church. And I would say, "Hey, Grandma, learn this new song. Listen to it. Learn one of your favorite from your novelas. Let's listen. Let me hear it. Let me play it." And she would just sit there in such awe. And she would just really, really just pay attention to everything. And then she would ask questions and everything afterwards. And yeah. So I know when he said, "I hope you're listening. I know the feeling," because whenever I play her favorite songs, it just pops in my head like, I need to play this song. I haven't played this song in a long time. And I just get so wrapped up and involved in the song. It's like an energy that just overtakes you, and you just in the moment once again. And I know that when I play those songs, she's listening along with me.
They are the largest, with their wings they fly the farthest. So I know you're gonna be okay. Freckled angels are the fondest, in their minds they are the strongest. All their friends they are the fondest. So I know you're gonna be okay.
Like that change. Wow. I read also about this. I'm not sure if it was in this section, but before I looked up a little bit about what it's about, and I read that more about like his friend and stuff like that. And I read that after he wrote this song and did the music for it, he went to Joe's parents and he showed him the video. And I think that's one of the hardest things to do, because I'm pretty sure, like, my friends that are close to me that I call brothers, their parents were there for me like a mother and a father. So I consider them like my second parents. I have a lot of friends that were like that, always wanting to make sure you were fed, always wanting to make sure you're okay, you know, just there for your for the good times and the bad. And to do that and show how much a friend meant to him, I'm pretty sure he said that everybody was shocked and crying, but said when the mother hugged him, he felt like a weight lifted. Felt, and that's the closure sometimes that you need. That, you know, hey, they're gone, but let's always remember them in spirit. Always remember them. And man, I know a lot of people told me that be prepared for this song, and oh, this song was, I mean, forgive me for crying, but I think sometimes you just got to let your emotions run, you know what I mean? A lot of people in my age back in the day, if you cried, you were weak. And don't ever hold it in. If you hold it in, it could be a lot worse later on. So I watch almost anything. I watch a commercial and I start crying. So man, Ren is just a beautiful spirit. I mean, he this was done what, November, and back in 2011. This was back 2011. So he must have been around 19. So when he's 19 and he was writing music like this, it's over, what is it, 10, 11, 12, 13 years now. Wow. 2011 to 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah. 20, around 13 years ago. That's crazy. And Joe Hughes. Oh man. Well, I really enjoyed that song, even though it was a sad one. Freckled angels, they do laugh the hardest. Their wings are the biggest. They, it's just a, you know, symbol of who Joe was, and I'm pretty sure he, every time he writes a song about him or he keeps him, I mean, I think Ren's gonna be writing songs about him until he dies. That's how much of an influence it was on Ren, and I'm all for it. It's the energy, that the power that drives you on what you're doing, and I'm pretty sure Joe would want him to do that. Not get down or anything like that. So man, didn't mean to be a bummer with crying and stuff, but like I said, sometimes you got to do that. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot more reactions of this type of music, because he has his rap, he has his band music, and I haven't done any of the band music. I need to do that. Somebody gave me a whole list of like music and put it in categories and everything. I copied and pasted that, and I'm like, okay, these are the rap ones, these are the singing ones, these are the scat ones. I mean, he gave me, he or she, the name doesn't ring a bell right now, but they gave me a whole list, and I was just like, man, the time that you and effort you put into that, even if it was a copy and paste from a post that you did with another reactor, it's, man, that's so much that I got to check into. I'm doing my comeback now that I got my monetization back. We did Murderer live performance. We did the 1990s. That was pretty cool. That bring back a lot of nostalgia. And now we did Freckled Angels. So let me know what I should do next on Ren content. We're just going on a Ren run until we run out of Ren content, and then we're gonna switch gears to whatever other type of music. Probably keep it Ren related. But yeah, I'd like to know your thoughts on this song, your experiences with this song, and I would like to let you know. I would like to know what suggestions, what recommendations that you would like me to do for the next video. This one is a special one, and I'm going to be listening to this one over and over again, just as I do every content. And I saw Chinchilla recently came out on The Voice, I think it was Voice UK, and I was so blown away that, you know, I got to see her on YouTube first and be there. So there's a lot of content that I need to get into, maybe some Chinchilla content, but much love to everybody that watches, everybody that drops a like, everybody that subscribes. It really helps the channel grow, and I can't do this without you. Much love, Bedhead crew. Until the next reaction.